for Fantastic Family. Today is Monday, September 14, 2020. Ray Ren 98 here, along with.
Good morning, TNT. It is a marvelous Monday morning. It is. A lot of news to get out, understand, see what direction we're going into. A lot of happy people, anticipating people. But before we get started with the serious business, I got to tell you guys, Texas. Not only are they last in the dinar, but neither one of the NFL teams can't even win an opening game. It's a shame. They should have sent a high school team to play in their place. I just want to get that out there for all these Texas people so they understand. All right, Ray, let's get it started.
All right, no updates for the weekend.
Oh, man. We didn't do no updates?
No, I didn't get anything out. Some came out, apparently, but I was tied up with the food distribution this morning. But anyway.
All right, we'll just go through it, guys. It's a great day to get started. That's all. So let's see. What do we know? We know the banks worked this weekend. They worked from 6 in the morning to 11 at night because they were anticipating, hoping that something happened. I will tell you they worked yesterday. I mean, the majority of them went in, with the exception of Texas. Because, Texas is Texas. It's supposed to be a football state, but don't seem like they know how to play the game. But anyway, they didn't show up. And the banks are at the bank today. Now, the difference between yesterday and today is zero. Because they're sitting there. What we were told yesterday is the same thing I was just told 15 minutes ago. We're sitting here waiting for somebody to tell us to go. So that's what they're doing. That's what they were doing yesterday. Everybody was in, waiting for somebody to tell them to go. Which I actually kind of felt sorry for them, because I just didn't think it was going to happen yesterday. Or today, to tell you the truth. Now, tomorrow, anything could happen. But I didn't think it was going to be yesterday or today. All right. So, why can anything happen? Why were they so hyped up? Why did they think it could be a possibility? Because everything we wanted to hear, been looking for, and the citizens have been looking for, has been happening. Al-Kazemi today announced major government changes. He put in a new CBI governor today, a new head of the banking system today. He replaced like 9 of the top people in finance, integrity, everywhere today at one time. Just removed the corruption. And he announced that Alak has been removed as CBI governor. The people actually took to the streets in celebration. It was that happy. So he is doing the things that the people want him to do. Now, he also announced that in the coming days, that people are going to see very important people not only removed, but basically indicted for corruption. His corruption files will be opened against him. Now, we like that, right? Because that's what he has to do. Remove the corruption, indict those. And those are things that we said wouldn't happen until they were really ready to make a change. Until they really got over Iran, because we knew what that would bring. It's funny that he's making these announcements, that he fired the CBI governor or replaced him. The deputy CBI governor requested a 1-year leave. No, he requested to retire, when the other ones requested leave for a year. That you're replacing people. After he made that announcement, some very important people are going to be indicted. But guess what Maliki did? because I know Walt was concerned with this. Maliki left, went to Iran on Saturday. Sunday. Went to Iran, said he's going to be there for a couple of days, and that he has a doctor's appointment. Like they don't have doctors in Iraq. He had to go all the way to Iran to see a doctor. They wanted to make sure he was out of the country when these announcements and things started taking place as others. So I don't know if we're going to be back in a couple of days or not. I really don't. But I know Al-Kazimi is telling his people that some very important people are going to be referred to the Judicial Center for prosecution. So, Parliament did send the budget law to the House today. Finally, it was at 1 o'clock their time. And they're saying the first reading will be Saturday. Parliament has requested it. They want it. They said we need to get it done so that we can go on with our reform. So we need that. So all of that was good news over the last 48 hours. It's very public, so everybody knows, and he's doing it so the people don't go off. They see he is indeed making the changes that he said he was going to make. He is removing the corruption from their government, from finance, from the powerful positions. Now, even though they already came out and said, hey, he can't just appoint people. Parliament has to vote on that, just like Congress. And he can say, you're right. But until that time happens, he can appoint them. He can make them all temporary until Parliament votes. But that could be next month or next year, which will probably be next year. If I was him, I'd say they're going to stay here till the election, then you guys vote in who you want. But he's doing all the right things. He's making the changes, not only that the people wanted to see, but that we wanted to see. Removing the Iranian influence from the top positions. And I think I told you guys a couple weeks ago when they arrested some people and then went after those 9 Malikis, that they were going to start 9 and Maliki's relatives. They were going to start from the bottom and work their way up. And that's exactly what they're doing. They got the low levels out the way so they could thin out the crowd, work their way up to the major ones, and have the support of the people behind them. And it worked perfect. Just like we thought it was going to do. So that's a good thing. Other than that, did I forget anything, Rick? I don't think I did.
No. Let me see. Nope.
All right. So, bottom line, yeah, many people are excited. They're even excited this morning. I mean, they actually think they could get paid today. And I'm just being honest with you guys. I don't think so. But they are prepared. We are getting there. And I think tomorrow would be a better day. But here's the reality. And I know I'm going to get asked 10 times. It would make more sense for this to happen towards the end of the month. Now, why would it make more sense? Because they're not even going to vote. The first reading on passing the budget and law is Saturday. They don't have to wait for that, I guess, but it would make sense for them to wait for that. And they're going to get it done by the end of the month. They already said that. The reform paper they have is done. They've been hiding it and quietly working through it, which we're seeing even today with removing these guys. All that was part of the white paper. They just didn't make it public yet. But they're getting it done as they go along, trying to have it all completed by the end of the month. The budget did come out on Saturday in Arabic only, but it did come out. That was a good thing. The people can see it because they know that's being done. The 2020 budget did come out on Saturday. So everybody knows what it is. They know the rate was $40. They know how much it is. And they feel good about things getting done. So they can submit the budget just like it is. And when the rate changes, the numbers just change. It's just that simple. No big deal. So we're waiting on that. So right now, I mean, everything is falling into place to be completed by the end of the month. Today is the 14th, so the end of the month can't be that far. Now, if they do it tomorrow, I'm going to be the happiest person in the world. I mean, the happiest. Happier than any of you. They do it tomorrow. But I'm looking forward closer towards the end of the month. That's me personally. Even though the banks are sitting there right now waiting, and that's what they're saying. We're just waiting for somebody to tell us to go. We were ready, and we're just sitting here. So let's see what happens. All right, Ray, let's do what you do.
Okay, let's go